2020. You are here for the John Hargrove Environment Center Expansion Wastewater Plant Environmental Meeting. My name is Kara Davis. I am the project manager for this project, and I will allow everyone else in the meeting to go around and do introductions.
Jennifer Lee, the City of Pearland.
David Van Riper, Assistant Public Works Director.
Donnie Mitchell, City of Pearland Wastewater Superintendent.
Chris Munson, Ardura.
Jeff Peters with Ardura.
Jeff Lang, also Ardura.
Okay, I believe that's everyone. I will turn it over to Mr. Munn to begin the presentation.
Thank you, Kara. Good evening, everyone. As Kara mentioned, this is the public meeting for the John Hargrove Environmental Complex Water Reclamation Facility Expansion Environmental Information Document. To get the meeting started, we just wanted to review the purpose of the meeting and the purpose of this presentation. The City of Pearland's John Hargrove Environmental Complex Water Reclamation Facility requires a capacity expansion. In order to fund that expansion, the City of Pearland is seeking funds through the Texas Water Development Board. The Texas Water Development Board funds originate through the State Revolving Loan Fund, or SRF. The State Revolving Fund requires compliance with the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA. NEPA requires the production of an Environmental Information Document, or EID, and the EID process requires that EID be made public and be followed by a public hearing. This is an aerial view of the Jayhawk Water Reclamation Facility location. The project, or the site address, is 5900 Magnolia Street in the City of Pearland, generally at the intersection of Magnolia Street and Harkey Road. What is outlined in blue, in blue on the slide, is the Jayhawk Water Reclamation Facility parcel. It's a 9.68 acre parcel owned entirely by the city. That parcel is bordered to the south and west by a 77 acre parcel also owned by the city, and bound on the east by another 77 acre parcel also owned by the city. And to the north of the site is bound by a 100-foot right-of-way for Magnolia Street. This is the proposed site plan for the Jayhawk Water Reclamation Facility expansion project. I'd like to note that new construction for this project will occur entirely within the existing site. The project in general, the scope of the project will consist of rehabilitation of the existing influent lift stations located here within the fence line, construction of a new headworks, rehabilitation of existing SBRs 1, 2, 3, and 4, construction of new SBRs 5 and 6, construction of new tertiary filters, rehabilitation of the existing UV disinfection system, construction of a new aerated sludge holding tank number 5, and rehabilitation of aerated sludge holding tanks numbers 1 through 4, construction of a new sludge building for sludge dewatering, construction of new non-potable water facilities to facilitate and support the new processes on the site, and the construction of a new operations building. The NEPA process consists of the development of a site-specific EID that's required for TWDB review and approval. That EID evaluates the environmental and social effects of the proposed action alternative after looking at one no action alternative, also looking at a no action alternative. The EID must be made public or must be made available for public viewing for 30 days, followed by a public hearing or public meeting, which is occurring this evening. And then following the public hearing, comments from the TWDB, the public, and other stakeholder agencies will be incorporated into the final EID. The NEPA findings and conclusions of the EID document for the Jayhawk Water Reclamation Facility Expansion Project are as follows. With regards to water resources, a stormwater pollution prevention plan will be developed and implemented to mitigate erosion and runoff during construction. With regards to floodplains, no buildings will be constructed or no building construction will occur within the 100-year floodplain, and the project will have no adverse impacts on base flood elevation or storage. With regards to wetlands, streams, or waters of the U.S., the project will have no impacts to wetlands, streams, or waters of the U.S. With regards to NEPA findings relating to biological elements, there will be no impacts to threatened or endangered species. Construction of the project will follow the general construction recommendations from the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. The project will not impact any historic properties, and the project will have no effect on any archaeological sites. The project will also cause no significant social impacts, and control measures will be implemented during construction to minimize noise and the impacts of construction activities on air quality. And those are the findings of the environmental information document for the Jayhawk Water Reclamation Facility Expansion Project. That concludes the presentation portion of the meeting, and I'd now like to open the floor for any questions.
This is Kara Davis. I would like that no citizens signed up prior to the start of the meeting to ask questions or speak at this meeting, but in interest of public involvement, we hold this meeting open until 7:00 p.m. Thank you for the participants that are here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them at this time. Otherwise, thank you for your attendance. Time is now 7:00 p.m. I would like to thank the participants for joining in the meeting. We will now conclude and adjourn the environmental public meeting for the Hargrove Environmental Complex Washington facility. Thank you and good evening.
Good deal. Thanks, Kara.
Thank you.